Stampers, this is Dawn from dawnstamping.net, and today we're going to make this card. This is a graduation card. Opens up like this. Isn't it cute? And then I made this one for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. So you might have seen that one on my blog a week or so ago. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this graduation card. Okay, so we're using early espresso, and this is just going to be used to use the Big Shot with the framelits. And you're going to need a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And then a piece of early espresso, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then the Very Vanilla is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. Then you're going to need another piece of crumb cake, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm also using some gold foil sheets. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and stamp. I'm going to stamp this piece. This piece of Very Vanilla is cut at 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. And then we're also going to stamp the inside piece. Okay, so the stamp set we're using is called Bravo. Looks like this. Very nice. I'm going to use the Way to Go and Congratulations on the front, and then the Way to Go is going to go on the inside. I'm going to use the Early Espresso Classic Ink. Okay. Alright, so this is going to go along the front. Right about there. Okay. Alright, so then we're going to stamp the Way to Go. Okay, so I want to stamp this closer to the left-hand side because when the card is closed, let me show you on the finished one here. I just want that to kind of hide that with the banners, alright? So when you're stamping the inside, just kind of keep that in mind. Alright, so we're just going to stamp this over here. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and grab our Stampin' trimmer. Alright, so now we're going to score this at 5 1/2. This is going to make your base of your card. Alright, so now we're going to open it back up and we're going to line this up at 2 1/4. Okay, and then we're going to take our cutting blade right here. Cutting blade is the dark one. Cut up to the 5 1/2 inch mark on the cutting arm. Okay, then we're just going to go ahead and remove this section part of the card. Okay, so it should look like this now. Alright, so now with that 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 okay, so I'm just going to do a light score line on the 2 1/4 inch marker over here, 2 1/4, and I'm just going to do a light score line just to know where I'm going to put my framelits when I get the Big Shot. Okay, so we're going to take our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece, and this is where we lightly scored at 2 1/4, and I'm going to place it on my Big Shot like this. Hopefully that's showing up in the video. And then we're going to take the banner framelits, and I'm going to use these 4 sizes here. These 2 I won't be using. Okay, so we're just going to cut with these 3 right now. And I'm going to put the banner, I'm using that 2 1/4 inch score line as my guide. And I'm just going to put the banners over top of that, lining them up next to each other. Just like that. Okay, so now here's the trick. You're going to put your cutting plate in and you're going to line it up at that 2 1/4 inch score line. So that means we're just going to be cutting anything that's over on this side of the cutting plate. This side will not be cut. Okay, so then we're just going to remove the framelits. See? And there's your banner part of your card. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cut with this piece with the early espresso. We're going to cut the next sizes down, so we're going to layer. So we're going to layer with this one, and then the next size smaller with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. Okay, so that's all we're going to do with the big shot. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, so we have our pieces. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this section, the back section here. And you're just going to go ahead and follow your score line. Okay, so then this is going to be the layer on top of the front of your card. Okay, all right, so then we're going to go ahead and layer these pieces onto these banners. All right, so then here's our congratulations layer. Put this over top of the side. Just like that. Okay, and then this is going to go onto the front of the card. Okay, and we're just going to line this up with that panel, just like that. See, and it looks like that. Isn't it cute? All right, so let's go ahead and decorate the inside. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and add some gold sequins trim. I'm also going to use the itty bitty accent punch pack with the star with the gold foil sheet. So I'm going to punch out a few of those. And I'm going to use some glue dots. I'm just going to put some glue dots on the back of the stars. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and take our liquid glue, and I'm just going to add a strip of glue along this border edge here, and then add the sequins trim. Okay. And that's it. Isn't it cute? It opens up like that. I love this card. You can make a really great Father's Day card too. So then here's this one, and then here's the Mother's Day card that I use the circle framelits with instead of the banners. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.